So me and my brother were messing around, and I don't want him to hear me. And he thinks he lost me in the garage, but I actually just have to work on my car. There he is. Ah, come here, beautiful. Come to Papa. Who's a good little nephew? Welcome to something I have been wanting to talk about forever, and that is personality types. Now, can 7 billion people be fit into 16 different personalities? Of course not. Most of these personality tests do not reflect reality entirely, but from what I've seen and the ones that I've taken, it holds a lot of truths that are in reality. Does it contain you as a person and perfectly describe you? Of course not. But does it have a good idea of who you are in general? From what I've seen, mostly so. So I use this site called 16 Personalities, and I really like this one because it gives a really detailed analysis of your personality. And I was going through this analysis, and it was pretty accurate, and it gave me some interesting things to think about and to do. So it's not only just here's what you are, it's also here's what you can do to improve and keep yourself true to who you are. I am at INTJ, which they call the architect, which sounds awesome, the architect of everything. And so it stands for introverted, and according to this, I am 56% introverted, though I would argue I'm more like 80-20. Honestly, I am much more introverted than extroverted. It is difficult for me to go to parties and, social gatherings like that. It's really hard for me, and I usually don't really enjoy that much. I enjoy, just being by myself and, working and getting stuff done. That's what I really enjoy. So they give you a little breakdown. So what they call the mind. So introverted versus extroverted. And then, so yep, I get exhausted by social interaction very fast. I've found that 3 to 4 hours is my max for social interaction for a party. After 3 hours, I'm basically done. Sometimes it drains faster. If there's more people, the more people there are, the faster I drain. So if I'm hanging out with one person, I'm good for the entire day. But if it's 20 people, I'm done in an hour or two. I'm just done. So they also what they call the energy. They call it intuitive versus observant. This is an interesting thing, but intuitive people are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious, which I think totally encaptures who I am. And so I scored an 82%, which is super high. I prefer novelty over stability and focus on hitting meetings and future possibilities, which I feel that is very accurate for me. So I'm not just someone just to stand by the side and watch, although I will for a little bit before I act, just to see, what's up. Let's check this out. Also, we're looking at thinking. So what they call nature. And so this is where the T comes in. So before I was the INTJ, and so I was an introverted IN. I guess N stands for intuitive. Who knew? And then T stands for thinking. And then so I focus on objectivity and rationality, logic over emotions. And this is so true for me. I understand, and this is the thing, people message me, I understand emotionally what they're going through. The thing is that I don't get emotional about it. Of course I care. Of course, I'm there and I empathize, but I don't become emotional because of emotional things. I'm just not that type of person. I'm very logical and I think about things, and so if something happens, I'll think about it and I'm okay, and I'll move on. I move on very easily from stuff, and most of the time I don't care. If something if I stub my toe, I'm ow, I'm done. Or if someone messes up, I'm like, okay, and then I'm done. I move on. I don't stay focused on those kinds of things. Also, the J comes from judging, which isn't like I judge you, but it's like I'm just decisive, I'm thorough, and I'm organized. Just judging. What they mean by that, which is a weird word, I guess that's just like the test name. What they mean by that is I'm able to look at a situation and say, okay, what should we do? I'll do this, you do this, boom, 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 done. Hence the name, I think that's really where the name architect comes from. And then, so other than prospecting, which is, I don't know what that is, it doesn't tell me. Value clarity, preferring structure, which is true. I love structure. If I don't have structure in my day, I've noticed that, especially over the summer when things have been weird. Things have been weird this summer. You know, everything's changing. Lots of new stuff are coming up. And I realize that when I don't have structure, I'm just bleh the entire day. It's just, it's not good. It's not good. No. So spontaneous, I will sometimes just be spontaneous and be like, I feel spontaneous. I'm actually gonna do something. Like I just like make myself a 3-course meal. That's what I do when I'm spontaneous. which I just realized I said that out loud and that was not exactly sad, but just like that's my version of spontaneity. Whatever. And then the last one, A. Well, so they add like an A. They add an A to it. So the INTJ A. Okay, sure. This is what you do. And I'm just reading. This is just. And by the way, it's already been like 7 minutes, and I'm just going through their summaries. This is just a summary. They have pages of stuff, and I'm actually considering just going through it in like a separate entire video. Maybe a live stream. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Okay. So my last one, the identity. So saying like this one underpins all the others. Their words are not mine. I am assertive versus turbulent. So assertive, I like this. Okay, this is really pandering to me. Assertive individuals are self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress. That's me. They refuse to worry too much and to not push themselves too hard when it comes to achieving goals. Actually, okay, so full disclosure here, I hadn't read any of this until I filmed this video. I read, like the pages, like I read all of those pages, but I didn't read this little summaries they have. This is amazing. This is absolutely fantastic. This describes me in 2 sentences. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Like, they refuse to worry too much, which is totally me. Whenever I find myself kind of panicked, I'm like, what am I worrying about? Because it probably doesn't matter, right? Of course, I could be worrying about something that totally matters. Most of the time, the stuff we worry about doesn't matter, but they don't push themselves too hard when it comes to achieving goals. Now, this is something I've noticed about myself, is that I have dreams, I have goals, I am going to achieve them, and no one's gonna stop me. But I don't push myself too hard. I take like day breaks and I just like sit back and like veg and just watch YouTube and Netflix and do pretty much nothing for like a day. And then I'm recharged to go about the rest of my week. And I realized about myself, because if I push myself way too hard, it ends up just like crippling myself for another week or another 2 weeks, and it ends up with a negative ROI, return on investment, which means I put in something and I got something negative out of it. So if I put in like a week's work of 19-hour days, I'll get 2 weeks of just being out and not wanting to do anything, being depressed and anxious. Whereas if I take a rest day or maybe 2 rest days, then I'll be rejuvenated and I'll be able to put in 3 weeks worth of work. Oh, that's a tongue twister. And sometimes I do push myself. Like just the other day, I had a 19-hour day building my new website, just finishing it all up. And that was 19 hours of my day. And then the next day I pulled like I don't even know how many hours, maybe 15-hour day. Again, working on my website. So you see, like I push myself, I work hard, but I know myself well enough to not work too hard. And then so this has already gone really long. I'm not gonna go into depth. I'll probably do a live stream sometime this week. Let me know. Me actually want to know. Okay, so thank you for watching and all that. Subscribe, comment, but let me know which live stream service you prefer. Do you want Instagram? Do you want YouTube? I've never done YouTube Live before, so that'd be really fun. Facebook Live, which I've done a lot. Or maybe something like, what's another one? Periscope, I guess, has a live. I've never used Periscope. I don't even have an account. But I would. If all of you like Periscope, then I would use Periscope. So let me know, and I will see you next week. I'm super excited to share more of my life with you, show you that I'm a guy who's just trying to do something with his life and do the best that he can with what he has. That's me. And I will see you next week. Be unashamed, stay unashamed.